we've got 1 minute, but why don't we go ahead, wait another second, and then we'll get going. Here we go. Okay, broadcasting. Good evening, everyone. This is Michael Smith in Tyler, Texas this evening. And hold on just a second. Here we go. Can you still hear me, Claudia?
I can hear you perfectly.
Can you hear me now? Okay.
I can hear you. Go ahead.
Okay. Good evening, everyone. This is Michael Smith in Tyler, Texas this evening. And hold on just a second. There we go. Okay, folks, welcome to the webinar tonight. It's a beautiful Tuesday evening here in East Texas. We had our little winter of the evening today. It actually had snow in Tyler, Texas today. We haven't had snow in quite a few years, but got a little cold weather on the ground, ice on the roads. They actually had to close the schools today. My co-host tonight is Claudia up in Toronto. I know it's probably cold up there as well, Claudia. Welcome. How are you tonight?
I am excellent, Michael. And yes, it is cold, but not as cold as it was in the last couple of weeks. So we are enjoying it. There was fresh snow here. The kids love it. The dogs love it. The birds love it. So it's good for us when you don't have to wear a hat and gloves. We're just wearing our jacket, and it's pretty cold though, but it was really good.
Wonderful. Hold on, I'm going to go ahead and share this and get the show going here, folks. We meet every Tuesday night here and want to welcome all our guests tonight. We've got some guests signing in, I see, from around the country and maybe even around the globe. But I see Judy's here and Deb's on tonight. So welcome, guys. Thanks for joining us. As I get started here, I'm going to share my story. Many of you have already heard my story, but for those of you that have not, I've been an independent businessman most of my adult life, and primarily in the restaurant industry. I was really blessed with a 40-year career in the restaurant industry. I loved that. I just loved everything about it. Back when I was in my teens, washing dishes and waiting tables. In my 20s, putting myself through college. In the early 80s, my wife and my young son, at that time just 18 months old, we moved to Maui, Hawaii. And who wouldn't want to move to Maui? And on a shoestring, and we borrowed some money, we opened a tiny, small cafe and just went to work. And as I said, we were blessed over the years to build a restaurant business and our company that allowed us to live our dreams. Over a 25-year period, we opened 8 restaurants in the state of Hawaii and in Colorado, and just worked and enjoyed it. Raised my son in Hawaii. He's 32 today, and he lives in Hawaii and has his own business over in Hawaii now. But in 2008, as many of you know, here in the United States, well, actually it's a global recession, but particularly in the United States, 2007, 2008 is when our major recession really hit hard in the United States. And our restaurants and all businesses really suffered. Our sales started going down. We didn't know if we'd be closing restaurants. And about that time, a very good friend of mine, who I had also gone to college with, and who was a very successful home builder in Southern California, very successful actually. And he lived in Newport Beach and was building homes and all through Southern California. Was also hit with the recession. Called me up and said, "Mike, I need to show you something." And he is the one that introduced me to network marketing in 2008. I instantly understood it. Of course, I was a businessman, and I understand business and how they work. And what he showed me, and I trusted him, didn't know much about the company that he was presenting to me to market for, but I understood the business model. And it was just a great opportunity to start a new company that allowed me to continue to build a business and work with people. I love working with people. And, hold on just a second. Let me get this. Those 4, there we go. Allowed me to build another business along while I had my restaurants. I started selling my restaurants, and today I only have 2 left. They're both in Colorado. But for the last 3 to 4 years, I have primarily 80% of my time is building my network marketing company. what I like to call social networking now. It's kind of evolving. I'll talk about that in a minute. But it's all about products, word of mouth. That's how I built my restaurants in Hawaii, was word of mouth. We went around and just made sure that everybody was saying great things about us. And over time, the restaurant that I opened in 1987 slowly built up a clientele. And I'm proud and honored, blessed to say that restaurant is still actually open. It's 31 years old today, or this month, in Maui, Hawaii. I no longer own it, but it still has a great reputation in that island. And that's kind of the legacy I left for that. Oh, back to this real quick. Today, however, along with word of mouth, you see those 4 icons, and everybody, they're universal icons there. Today, in the global digital world, within the network marketing profession, and what we do today, we're also have evolved into the world of Facebook and Twitter and Instagram and YouTube, and just it goes on and on and on, and Pinterest, and allows us to move and open up the marketplace to all around the globe instantly. So now when I started in 2008, we didn't have the social media style of how we're going to build the business. But Claudia and I love social media. It's allowed us to really market our products and our company and ourselves all over the world. It's just amazing who we can touch with that and who contact us through that. One thing about the company that we work with now, Claudia and I, it's about building people. As I said before, I love working in my restaurants, in the brick and mortar restaurants in Hawaii. Had great employees. At one time, when we had all the restaurants, we had over 650 employees. We loved them. We took care of them. We blessed them. We treated them equally with our guests. You have to have a balance in our employees. We have many employees that work for us for 20, 25 years in the restaurant business, but they were employees, and they made a salary, and I was their boss. What I love about network marketing, social networking, is that we're about building people. We're equally, there's no hierarchy in our industry, in our profession. We can build people, and everyone that joins our team has the ability and to just succeed way beyond me and way beyond Claudia if they want to and do. And that's the beauty of our company and in this profession. Great profession. Our company is based on science, success, and service. Those are the 3 pillars of our company. And I love this as I learned more about what these 3 pillars represent when we met with the corporate people and throughout my tenure with the company and learning about the science of service. What makes us different, and when I say us, I'm talking about the company that we're representing right now, is a product called Transfer Factor. This company is also, as you can see, debt-free. You can Google this company. We're going to talk about here in a few minutes. Wonderful, wonderful reputation. The other thing I loved about this, when I'm in the restaurant business, which is a great business, by the way. I know everybody loves to eat out, and we have some wonderful restaurants here in Tyler. But it's about food, and it's about that industry. These 4 industries, add those numbers up. We are in all 4 of those industries. And we can just, and that's what I saw. I saw where I could build a company, dynamic company, that was in all 4 of these, focus on one, and maybe build a team over here that's focusing on skin care, or another team over here. And we're building teams all over the globe, in the United States and Canada, to help move products through these 4 industries. And those are actual numbers, and those numbers are continuing to grow every single year. Our doctors, our scientists, our microbiologists, and others work in our $1 million laboratory in Sandy, Utah. It's the only immunology laboratory in the world. It's focused on immunology. And we have immunologists there, as I said, doctors, scientists, microbiologists, and so many other people there working in there for over 20 years developing our product, which is Transfer Factor. Mentioned it earlier. You probably have never heard of this. If you're a guest on this tonight, we'll get you all the information you need tonight. By the way, the person that invited you to watch this tonight, make sure you get back with them with your questions and get you all the information you want on Transfer Factor. This product, and I imagine you've not heard of it. I had not heard of it. It was discovered in 1949. It's a molecule, a peptide that enhances our natural immune system. And we've been able to, with our scientists and formulators, it offers just these items right here. And it's done wonders. We have sold over $3 billion worth of transfer factors around the world in multiple products in the last 20 years. We're celebrating our 20-year anniversary in April of this year. And 20 years of moving this product and changing lives around the world. We have corporate offices in 25 countries, and we're selling our products in over 150 countries all over the globe. It's just can't say enough about transfer factor. We could spend a couple entire hour explaining exactly what it is, but you definitely need to follow up, get some materials. We have wonderful written materials on our website, fantastic videos, and explain how the transfer factor, what it is and what it does to our immune system, to boost our immune system. Just another example of that weight loss program, that other industry, and weight management and healthy aging. We have 30-day accelerator systems for both men and women that are these are state-of-the-art that can help a person at any age, 20s, 30s, 60s, or 70s, and start transforming their body, cleansing their body, and then rebuilding their body inside and outside. It's a great, great product. Here you can see some of the examples of some of our folks that have used the accelerator system and gone on and gone to even better health and wellness. Energy sticks, we've got products like this, all natural. Folks, there's actually 6 ways that you can actually earn income from our company and how they pay us. You can see the numbers there, 25% on the customer orders, team commissions, personal purchases. Again, in my restaurants, folks, I don't know if any of you, probably not, but as a restaurant owner, I can tell you our earning potential, we're in the single digits. In other words, if we sold $1 or had $1 come in from selling a cup of coffee or say $100, let's say sold $100 in hamburgers, products, that revenue of $100, we were fortunate and blessed and happy to make $8 or $9, an 8 or 9% profit out of doing $100. Now, granted, we with 10 restaurants, we were doing millions and millions of dollars in revenue, but again, we were blessed to do the 7, 8, 9% profit on an annual basis. What's wonderful about our company, we don't carry any product, we don't have inventory. It's all shipped from our corporate facility in Utah, and they simply pay us a healthy commissions to market that product. So if we sell one of our products, if I sell one of the cleansing packs or one of the 100 other products we have to someone, a customer, they go right through the website, just like you go to Amazon, you go right to my website, and it's shipped to you, and I earn a 25% commission paid the next day. But there's other ways they pay us. There's so many different ways. We teach you all 6 of these in our training. Here's just a quick example. And again, it's just an example. It's almost a perfect example, but any variation of this could work. If you were to start a business tonight in the United States or Canada, you can see the U over here, and start building a team of open 6 other stores, manage or 6 other distributors, however you want to talk about it, and sell those accelerator packs, your earning income would be $30. Those 6 continue to grow out, and now we've moved up to Toronto, Canada, maybe out to Hawaii, as you can see there, where we're growing now, down to South America, jump over to Europe. Over time, you start building it, and those 6 get $36, $1,170, and then that's the power of network marketing. And as I said, with 25 corporate offices in 25 states and able to sell products in 150 countries, 260, now you're up to $6,000 on a monthly basis. That's just an example. We can show you more examples on how that breaks down. We get we earn free products on our loyalty programs. This though, was what really helped me in 2000 and 2008. Many people laugh when I say this because they say, well, you were living in Maui anyway, and they're right. Guys, I felt blessed to be living in Maui and raising my son there, driving to work as the sun was coming up over the ocean or going home late at night and watching the moon over Haleakala, the crater on Maui. Maui is one of the most beautiful, beautiful places in the world. And so, yes, I did have a great lifestyle over there. However, the restaurant industry depends on being in the restaurant. It's a real business. I worked 80, 90. It wasn't unusual to work 100 hours in a week in the restaurant business. And so I did live in a great place, and yes, I did see sunsets, and yes, I did swim in the ocean and take my son to baseball games, but it was tough in the restaurant business. What I love about my network marketing business today is that one slide over there on the left, build a global network from your laptop and your smartphone. I'm not tied to having to go to that restaurant every single day. My For Life business is right here and right inside this laptop. I'm working tonight from Tyler, Texas, and we have guests on here from Florida, Toronto, Canada, other people from Texas, but I could have someone on here tonight from Kenya or Rome, Italy. Or reverse is, and I've done this in my career, I've been in Rome, Italy, sitting in a cafe, doing webinars and talking to distributors back in the United States. I've been in Kenya or Africa, and you can be anywhere in the world as long as you have great Wi-Fi and great cell phone service to build a multi-million-dollar business. That's the difference between me. Now, I can still go back to Maui, come back to Tyler. I'm not tied to having to go to that Maui restaurant anymore. So it's a great, great opportunity. Who will support you? I can't speak enough. You're just going to have to trust me on this, and I think Claudia might speak to this a little bit too. She's been involved with For Life a little bit longer than I have, but you're going to have to trust us. We have one of the most quality support teams, step-by-step training. You'll receive a personal mentor. You'll actually receive more personal mentors than you'll want, because there are just so many people have that people-building, people attitude in our company. And we have online training. We do online conference calls, we have For Life University, the 9-step duplication that you can get certified on. It's just a great, great support system that allows you to build a business. You actually have 3 options that you can think about. You might not have thought about this as you've been watching this and thinking about this if you're a guest on this. And then, well, this isn't what I want to do. This isn't kind of what I didn't know what this was about. But you could be a business developer. That's what Claudia and I are. As I was a business developer in the restaurant profession, I'm now a business developer in the network marketing profession. So I'm a business developer building a big business. I'm building this all over the United States, North America, and moving into other countries, Africa. Claudia is moving into the Philippines, but she's working up in Toronto and down in Florida, I believe. But you can also just be a retailer and sell our products and buy them at wholesale, sell them at retail, and then sell them through your website and just be a retailer with your own personalized website. The third option is use our products. And I have so many, from my 90-year-old mother to folk guys in the gym, my next door neighbors here, all ages, just using our products because they do work. Supplements, as you saw back there, the wellness industry is a 1.2 trillion. That's a key business. So you can just be a customer. I love customers. That's the backbone of our company. Real simple way to get started. Does it work? I like to show this slide. This slide, actually, I'm anxious to get the current numbers. This slide was actually, these are the numbers from 2016. We haven't gotten the 2017 numbers. I'm sure they're coming out very soon. At the end of the year, they're probably just trying to finalize them. These numbers are actually from our income disclosure statement, which is a a legal form that you can find on our website. So these are actual numbers. The average yearly end commissions for the 5 levels that you can reach in our company. Whether you start at the diamond level, presidential, move up to international, gold, platinum, internet, platinum, diamond. So these are real positions. There's 5 levels that you can go climb to. You can take 15 years to do it. You can take six years. It depends on how hard you work for all these categories. But those are real numbers. Anyway, back to why I chose this. 2008 was such a turning point in my life. My son was getting ready to go to college. Restaurant business was becoming I was almost too old for the restaurant business because it was so time consuming. Going in at 7 and working till midnight and sometimes 2 in the morning if the bars were still open in a couple of our restaurants. So when I got introduced to network marketing, my passion was as powerful in this industry profession as it was in the restaurant business. And I can see this company has had 20 consecutive years of growth. We are having explosive growth now in North America, both the United States and Canada, and we are expanding in every state. When I say every state, our team, the team, I guarantee the team that you're on or the team of the person that invited you to this is on, they're growing as well. From Miami to Maine to Vancouver, Canada, to Honolulu and Kahului and Kona, Hawaii. I know Kona, Hawaii plays a special part in my co-host life, Claudia. I've lived on Maui for 22 years. Claudia has a beautiful place over on Kona that she visits regularly. Claudia, why don't you share some about your story now? Share with the folks.
Thank you so much, Michael. Can you hear me?
Mm-hmm. I'm going to stop the screen share here just a second. I hear you just fine.
I can hear you. Okay. I can't see me, but it's okay. We can hear the voice. I'm not sure why we don't have a split screen today.
There we go. How about that?
You see me. Let me see if I moved something here. Okay. While I look, I was just moving some things around, and I might have moved something from my screen. All right. So I only see you, but I'll tell you a little bit about my story. The important thing here to understand about what Michael and I are showing you in tonight's meeting is why we choose for life. There are hundreds of amazing companies. I mean, for me, really, network marketing is the way to go with residual income. You could write a book, but I cannot write even if they pay me. So I could also write a song, but I'm not a very good singer. And so I don't think I would make a lot of money on that. So if you're a good writer or if you're a good singer, you know what? Go ahead, write a book, write 10. Now, the other thing is you could also open franchises like McDonald's and just, get rich on opening more franchises. But like Michael said, that takes a little bit of, a while until people are going to get you to be the next top burger. And hey, the competition is fierce. And I'm not saying that in network marketing it isn't. But what is happening is that with network marketing, the investment is always on yourself. So I'll tell you a little bit about what happened to me. I had been working already for a direct selling and network marketing company, but I was working as a trainer. So I was part of the corporate team that trained people to make their dreams come true through network marketing. And so I was doing this every day of my life. I was going in and I was telling people about how amazing network marketing was. I was telling people about why they should go into network marketing. And I was telling them, this is the most amazing opportunity. It's residual income. You build it, you work once, you plant your seed, and then you see that garden grow. And guess what? It worked. Because through 14 years, I led some of the most amazing and powerful teams in this country. Like, I just talked to one of my very good friends from that company today, and she has $1 million business that is just amazing. Her people love her. So I could see all of my friends growing, and I could see how the work that I had done with them was helping them. So I was making those dreams come true for those ladies too. And I kept selling the dream and selling the dream. You can do this. You can help other people, make money through helping people, and on and on. And then I said to myself, oh my gosh, but I'm here and I have a job, J-O-B, and I am not the one that has the freedom that many of my friends, including my great friend Kuwinder Samra, had, because these ladies, they could do what they wanted, when they wanted, and I couldn't, because I still had a job, and I still had a boss, and I still had numbers that I needed to maintain, and I still had reports that I needed to write. And I said, wait a second, I'm not doing this right. So for the longest time, and I promise you, I'm not exaggerating, the longest time means about 5 years, my sister keeps telling me, you have to look into this company. And I kept telling her, no, I have a job. I'm happy with my job. I'm very happy with my life. And, we make very good income with who is now my ex-husband. I don't want to hear about it, but I kept selling the dream. So there was a discrepancy in what I was saying and what I was doing. So anyway, 2012 comes and life changes, like my life changes, like many lives change in people. So sometimes there's a death in the family, sometimes there's other things. In my case, it was a divorce. And so what happened was I still had my job, but now I had the income cut in half. And it was not really cut in half, because it was my ex-husband who made 3/4 of our income, and I was making 1/4 of the income. And I said, oh, now I don't have what I am used to having. And so that's when I started thinking, will this job be able to give me what I want if I work? And the answer was yes. The answer was, I can get what I need if I work harder. And I said, but I only have 24 hours a day. So I decided, I with a heartbreak, because I really loved that job, but I needed to actually jump out of the comfort zone. And the only way to do this business was quitting the job. And I'm not telling you guys to quit your job, of course, but because this is actually the kind of business that you can do while you have a job. The problem is that because I was in a network marketing company, I could not do both. So let's go back to you. If you guys have a job, that's great. Congratulations, because that means you have an income. Because at the beginning, these businesses, they require some income because you're doing an investment. But the investment in this company, specifically, this is why I chose for life, is in yourself. So I'll give you the 4 reasons that I always told people, this is how you should choose your network marketing company, because this is how I chose mine. So when I quit my job, it was almost like obvious that I should just sign up with the company that I had just quit, because I could do that with my eyes closed. Like, I could just recruit people and tell people. And so a lot of people said, you're going to be very successful if you register with the company as a distributor or as a sales leader from the company that you left. And I went like, I got to look at things. So I did not jump right away in for life. And my sister had already been telling me, trust me guys, for 5 years about for life. And I was not listening to that woman at that time. And so, but I did take some educated decisions, because as I was also always looking for other competitors in in my previous job, I already knew of some companies that were doing very well, that were already very strong in Canada. And I said, okay, I'm going to make 3 different visits to 3 different companies, and then I will choose. But I had already been giving a seminar about how to choose the company that you are actually going to be able to be successful with. Because a lot of people are scared of network marketing because they have seen another person fail. Another person, mom, aunt, sister, brother, oh, they already did it. They didn't make any money. I'm not going to make any money. Oh, that doesn't work. Oh, it's very hard. Or you accumulate product. Doesn't matter. These are things that happen to other people and not to you. So my advice, these are the 4 things that I checked on my checklist and that I'm going to teach to you tonight. And the first one is, you have to find the company that actually you love. So if you love the product and you are able to, I'm actually this live video on me. So if you are able to look at a product and see yourself taking that product in the next 10, 15, or 20 years, then that means that's a product that you can actually take yourself and your family. So a lot of the products and companies out there did not fit me, did not fit the fact that I had a little son and that I could give this product to my son. My sister had already been giving this product to my mom and my dad for many years, so it was only obvious that everybody in my family could actually use it. So I said, okay, product, check. I can use it, I can love it, and I can talk about it for the next 20 years. Which brings me to number 2, company. Is the company that you're in going to be there in the next 20 years? Because you really have to ask yourself that question. And I said to myself, okay, if the company is very new, and let's look at it as if you were in a stock market. If you are a high-risk investor, then you invest in the new companies, the ones that are building really fast and they're already reached $1 billion in 1 year and all of this. But I am not a high-risk investor because I have a little guy and I had just gotten a divorce. So I said, I actually would like a company with a medium risk. And the medium risk for me is a company that is like for life, which has been in business for 20 years, which has had solid growth, which has no debt, and especially for me that I could recruit all over the world. Now, this is the greatest part. My company, actually, we can recruit with a seamless plan. There's no difference in the plan in 150 countries. Now, I am so proud to say that my leaders, Dave and Gabriela Daughtry, have actually opened more than 90 of those countries. So when you have an upline like the ones I have, it's so much harder to say no. Which brings me to number 3. Number 3 is actually the team that's going to invite you into the company. So that means your uplines. I knew that my sister, who was my upline, was under a very strong team because I already was going to get the support from the people that I do. So I want to thank Laura, who was at the meeting earlier. She had a lot to do with our initial, setting up our initial team. Thank you to, Gloria in Ecuador, and especially thank you to my leaders, Dave and Gabriela Daughtry, who are platinums in this company. And that's what inspired me, because when I said I can actually dream, and I had never met somebody that had actually made so much money with, and they're very humble, so they don't like sharing this a lot, but I do, because this is what network marketing is about. It's about dreams. And when you have the house of your dreams, when your 5 children can have whatever they want because they have it because they can have it, not because they need it. So for example, I always say that Diana Ramos, who is my upline leader, who's one of their daughters, she bought the car that she wanted, and it was not a fancy car because she doesn't need to really buy a fancy car. She has all the money in the world to buy the car if she wants, but she doesn't. She was trained properly by her parents, so she bought the car that she wanted. She studies the career she wants, not because she needs it. And I said, that's what I want for my son. I want my son to be like Diana Ramos. I want my son to go to university and study because he wants to, not because he needs to. I also want my son to buy the car of his dreams, but you have to have money for those things. So they inspire me. And so that's going to bring me to number 4. I said, okay, I have everything. I have the product that I can talk about for the rest of my life. I love it. Transfer Factor has changed my life. And we'll do some training talks on why Transfer Factor is so powerful and so different, and is the only company that actually has it. So I also said, okay, checklist on the second one, which is my company is solid. There is no way that this company is going anywhere. And then the third one was my uplines. And I said, okay, we're good. Now we have the fourth one. Fourth one was the one that I actually, as a seasoned network marketer, wanted to make sure that I was making the right decision. Because you can have all of that, but if you don't have this one, then you're not going to make the money. And it was the compensation plan. And our company has one of the healthiest compensation plans in the network marketing industry, paying up to 64%, and plus if you actually add all the free product that we get every month. And I said, okay, this compensation plan is easy. I can actually explain it. People understand it. Just like Michael said, I can just multiply 2 times 2 times 2, and people are already making money. And I can make money on my first person that I sign up. So I said, okay, no, there's no other company that can actually beat it. And so I found myself just registering initially as a customer, and then I went full force when I quit my job, and I have not really for 1 minute just said how come I made this decision, because it really has made an incredible impact in my life. And so a lot of the times you guys see me, I am traveling with my son, I'm working with my son, I'm posting social media pictures to show people that that was what I was wanting for a long time, which was time freedom. I promised my son that I will be there for him when he needs me. And it doesn't mean just financially. The finances will come. I will build this business, and believe me, it'll take me 5 years or 10 years, I don't know, to get to where I need to get. But I will enjoy the journey. And this is what it was about. For me, it was I want a company where I can have cross lines like Michael, where we partner, and we only met less than 6 months ago, and now we are great friends with Michael and Judy. I wanted a company where I can talk to my upline, who it doesn't matter if she is like a multi-millionaire, super busy person with 500,000 people in her team. She still has the time to pick up the phone for me every time I call her. And this is why I stay in for life. I love for life. I will not say anything else, because if I didn't tell you guys enough with this, I love you all. I love every cross line. Every day I meet new cross lines. And so this is my story, and that's all for tonight that I have for you.
Thank you, Claudia. I love you are so excited. You always, and I get inspired every time I hear you talk. So, but what a great story. And yes, you're right, folks. We just met about 6 months ago, and actually we haven't actually met in person, but it feels like we have because of social media. We're always on Zoom. Now we're Marco Poloing even. But anyway, thank you so much for sharing your story. As a business person, folks, I was speaking from a business, and I can understand that. You out there, you might be not sure, you might be a nurse, or you might be working in as a management position in a company with AT&T or Verizon, or you might have been an employee all your life. And I understand you can't quite get your head around or thinking around being a business owner. Many of us always thought about that. I always did as a young man, and when I did, I wanted to own my own business. But when I did, it was something that just, we can't explain it until you've done it. And that's what I sense in Claudia. But trust us, or get your questions answered. We can help you make that transition. As she said, those 4 questions, or 4 questions to look for in a company, are excellent. Those are the same 4 I look at. Yes, I could go open, because of my expertise or my experience in the restaurant industry, I could go open 5 McDonald's. However, that's going to cost me about 5 McDonald's is going to cost you about $8 million to open them. You can open a multi-million-dollar international company with 4Life for less than $1,000. And $1,000 will give you overhead for a few months to get it up and running. And as Claudia said, we can make income instantly. It takes me and my restaurants 2 to 3 years to earn a profit. And in 4Life, in this company, in this profession, you don't have to wait that long. So guys, get your questions answered. We really appreciate you taking the time out on a Tuesday evening. We do this every Tuesday evening, and if you want to invite some of your own guests in your own communities, your work colleagues, to look at an opportunity to join us in 2018 in North America, as I said, we have people here from all over tonight. I'd like to thank you for joining us, and we will be signing off and say aloha and see you next Tuesday. God bless you all. Thanks for coming.
Thank you, everybody, for watching. And every Tuesday, we're on live on my Facebook, but you can also register so you can get reminders. Thank you, guys. Aloha.